Welcome back to the channel. All right, it's time for the rank up roundup. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to call it, but basically what I'm going to do is put in all of the big rank ups. So when I mean big, I mean 6 rank 2s, 2 rank 3s. I made separate videos for those. We'll talk about them briefly. And 4 Ascension champions here. I'm going to put them all into a single video, show you maybe a short clip of them, what they can do, their power, why I rank them up, and kind of move through it. What I'm asking from you is this. Is if there's a champion you're like, hey, I'd really love a video on them or an essentials or something like that, that will help motivate me and know people want to watch it and see it. And also let me know, does this format work? I've saved it up. I'm going to do it again for December, all the rank ups I do in December, and get that out there so we can at least talk about them briefly, why I've ranked them up and what and if they are fulfilling the promise that I had for them. Now, here's the first one. I took Wong with that that initial pull from the 7 stars. I wanted him awakened. I was in my second path of Necropolis, and I want you to see where his health pool starts at this fight and where Sam Cap's health pool starts at this fight. We're gonna fast forward to this. I'm not gonna make you or ask you to watch an 8-minute fight, but you're gonna watch Wong's health pool here. It gets all the way down to 9%. This was really the first time I'd ever seriously played Wong. I was working through path 2 and I had gotten to the second section there, and I was like, we're going to play some Wong, and I will eventually get out those Necropolis videos and guides. December's been a very busy month. But you can see the health pool going up and down, but now that I've got him set up, it is going and it is growing and it is getting we're full yellow bar, while Cap Sam has lost, I think, 80% of his health. And if I had been really boosted, I think I had on very, very tiny boosts here, we get this solo, where, we finish this off. Wong has been an absolute revelation for me. Really reignited my fun in Necropolis. I was kind of starting to get not down on it, but I don't know when I'm going to get this done between work and war and YouTube and all the various things I enjoy in MCoC. Getting in and doing 6 paths, but Wong himself has been phenomenal. Like I said, I am going to get out those Necropolis guys. I want to get my runs and show you what I did, who I used, and whereas I think they can improve, and you can do better than I did, which I think is ultimately the goal. So that was a rank 2. He has been phenomenal. Used him on Alliance Battlegrounds defense too. He's been fantastic. That, though, I don't think surprises anyone. Now, moving on to the next one, which is a recent Ascension Absorbing Man. Here's the irony, is I thought I was going to use Ascended Absorbing Man in Necropolis. I am in the middle of my 3rd path right now, and he has not been in a single team. It's not that he couldn't do some of the fights, and when I do my my path guides, I will talk about that and the fights he definitely can work for, and maybe he will work or come into my team for path 4, 5, or 6, but so far he's not. But I use him a ton. Tier 1, Masters War, right? SSX, of course, often top 10 this time we snuck into Masters here, and we're using the full versatility of him, right? We've got the synergy piece there with the Mortal Abomination, so he's in poison immune. I'm in the magma form, so we can be incinerate immune, and this was tough because this had that added power things for Nick Fury here. I had to be very mindful of his tactical charges, and I wanted to show you how good Absorbing Man is. This is a very difficult fight. You've got a lot of things you're working through, and Absorbing Man is able to kind of turn off some of them with the immunities and things like that, but he's not helping me. He's not helping me manage these tactical charges, so we've got to get that done. And he's got the really nice power there. When you can get that set up, get his forms refined and things like that, get that passive incinerate going. Look at that. It's some really nice damage. I specifically chose this one. I have some more eye-popping ones. In fact, at some point, probably early next year, I will make a video on the power of his SP3. I used that in my 2 last wars, I think it was, or 2 of the last 3. Really, really nice damage increase, and if I take him to Necropolis, pretty sure I'm using his SP3. You can see how smooth he made that against an Ascended Nick Fury. Love this rank up. He has more than been what I thought he would be. He's been even better. I loved him. Helped me have such a great, great, great war season. So he has been well worth my Ascension on it. Coming in, this was now my 3rd path in Necropolis. And for those of you who, I'm actually surprised that we're not talking about this America Chavez fight more. It is very annoying. My boy MP Blaze, incredibly smart player, no one can be surprised by this, used Quicksilver, and I'm not going to spoil any other videos because I think Blaze has put that out, but there's some other uses I'll talk about in my Necropolis guide. But I wasn't stuck, but I was getting 5% off, 10% off with the options that I had. Now, fortunately, I had brought Guillotine 2099. I took her to rank 2 because I knew she'd be good. B McG has shown how good she can be, and others, of course, as well. And I was like, I'm really struggling. I need to control America Chavez's power. I even had my own America Chavez, and it just wasn't going well. Like I said, I'll talk about the fight itself more in my guide on it. But Chavez is, as you see there, her ability, her desire to throw a heavy out of nowhere was really complicating this fight even more, because it gets more complicated when she's getting multiple of the same zone and things like that up. So being able to do this very nice little play style where you're seeing I'm doing like 3-hit combos, because you can't use your medium, right? Because you have a 50% chance to evade, and then parry, 3-hit combo with all lights, parry, 3-hit combo with all lights. It just worked out so smoothly for Guillotine 29. I don't remember exactly how much. I think we took off around 80% of the health, but hopefully you saw the big red numbers that were coming off there. Guillotine 29 already coming in a fight I had no idea I'd be using her for, in a lane where I thought I was just bringing her in for Storm Pyramid X. Moving on to this next one. This is another rank 2. We recently awakened Killmonger. I have not played a lot of Battlegrounds this season. You know me, I like to tell you guys what's going on with between the holidays, my own job, right? Trying to finish things up so I can go on vacation and be with my family and do all the things that come along with the holiday season. It's a wonderful time of year. I just have not been able to take Battlegrounds very seriously. Most of my MCoC time has gone to war, of course, YouTube videos, and then Necropolis. Hard to forget that, but I can't believe I couldn't think of what it was called. So not taking Battlegrounds too seriously this particular season, but when I have been able to place Killmonger, he's been phenomenal. And I actually used him in a war, off-season war, because he's going to be the tactic. And he was pretty good. He was pretty good. I was able to remember how nice he was. It was against a Spider-Gwen, and he just totally dominated the fight for me. So now moving on, Scorpion, right? I did the video when I took Scorpion to rank 5, so I don't think I'll be doing another one. We've done the Essentials video on him, which is my guides. That's what I call my guides. They're, in my opinion, very good. So make sure you check those out and go to the Scorpion playlist on my channel. But this was just a further, like we needed more proof. Like, I needed more proof to tell you, like, I'm very happy with this rank up and this use of my Ascension Dust. I had hoped I might be able to use them in Necropolis. I don't know if that's going to pan out. But that's fine. That's fine. I may have ranked up one of his synergy partners, which will be later in this video. It's pretty cool. But this just shows, again, his massive damage capabilities. At some point, a couple of the passive furies I do believe are going to be from the node, so that's obviously helping me out here a little bit too. I don't want to overstate things, but no one's really questioning Scorpion's ability to do big damage. And what I really wanted to also show you is that we moved over to a different damage source, right? Like, that's one of the things we talked about when we first came into the game. Is like, this guy actually has shifting immunities and shifting damage sources that you can pick before each fight. That is a phenomenal, valuable piece of utility that will never go out of style. I just can't ever imagine it. Probably gonna be a long time before we see ourselves a 7-star Scorpion. Nick Fury. You know, I'm not a massive fan of playing Nick Fury. I recognize how good he is, and I'll address that when we do our full top 10 series in December, which will be coming out, depending on when you see this, very soon, or will have already been out. Check the playlist on my channel. And he's going to be rated very highly. I do not regret the use of this Ascension Dust at all. I may even be using him in Necropolis. I think it's going to be lane 5 or 6 that I'm using him on. But right now he is penciled in to come along. As of right now, though, he's primarily just been a Battlegrounds defender, and there is nothing wrong with that. He's been phenomenal at that. And I just haven't had a reason to bring him in. Now, everyone's favorite defender, the champion that I've been calling a perfect champion for the game we play. She's not the best champion. She's not the most powerful, especially offensively champion in the game, but she can take some tough fights for you. I've awakened her. She is my intended penciled in next rank 3 when I finish off full exploring of Necropolis, and she is not disappointed at all. You know, I think the person who used Killmonger probably knew, right? She's bleed immune. That's probably not going to work so well. But this is a difference, because people had been doing exceptionally well with their rank 5 kingpins, and so I wanted to kind of show everyone she's been paying off, even against some of her target matchups. Now, her best matchups, though, let's be honest with ourselves, are Mantis and Falcon. I haven't done the How to Fight Photon video. If you want to see the How to Fight Photon video, along with all the other champions that you would maybe want to see guides on or rank up videos on, please let me know if you want to see that. Because if I get enough of that, that's what gives me, when I have time to actually make a video, that's what gives me the motivation, right? That's what helps me choose as the tiebreakers. What do I think people want to see, in addition to what do I want to make? It's a bit of a formula. So, all right, moving on. We've recently taken up Thing. There he is, doing his job, right? No one's surprised by that. He's been ascended. But This one did surprise me. It was one of those ones here where my opponent and I kind of, I think, outthought each other. And then we ended up with these very strange matchups in the final round. And thing just worked for me. I don't remember exactly what the meta was in the node set, but having a champion like him just worked. And I was like, you know what? I just need to kind of stay alive. I will whittle down this Titanium. As you can see, we had, what, about 10 seconds left. And he ended with 100% health, and we got the win. 45,000 is not bad against, if I remember correctly, that was a rank 2 Titania. So I'm not advocating for his offensive use, but I'm saying in an absolute pinch, he can come through for you if you get stuck, right? If you can see my opponent had Falcon, so you can see that there. Now, Black Cat, oh boy. You know, I pulled her early, did the whole like rank 3 worthy video. This is when 6 stars were the top there, and you know, concluded a lot of things. I really did like her. Now at the time, I will admit, this is a long time ago, is I don't know if there weren't as much being thrown at us for like things to turn off, abilities to turn off. Well, Hulklin's got a lot of them, and he's a really troublesome defender. I hadn't played her in over a year, I really think, but I got her, pulled her from the loyalty crystal, I think it was. My alliance, so many smart players constantly talking about how great Black Cat is. I was like, all right, let's see. Threw her into my Battlegrounds deck, and I mean, just look at this. There's a Hulkling, this poor boy. Poor Teddy. But Teddy's like, I thought you liked me, Vega. I thought we were friends. And she's just absolutely destroying it. Like, I do not regret that rank up at all. I do need to get better with her, right? Hulkling, I'm very familiar with fighting him. I'm extremely familiar, so I know his movesets very, very well. So the punishes and the intercepts and that sort of thing, the heavy punish, not as difficult for me. It feels very natural because I know his moveset so well. But Black Cat is a lot of fun. I see why so many people like her. She is going to be tactic for the upcoming war season. So maybe there'll be some action. We'll see. And then this one, Venom. I mean, you guys, look at this. You need to see this. This is 254,000 health on this Venpool. This is going to be, both these fights are going to be AQ, map 8. I don't remember if it's day 1 or day 4. It ultimately does not matter. Look at the health pools on these. And I believe this was the note. I believe this is section 1. And I think this is one where I have to have 3 debuffs to do any damage. And watch how quickly we get up those debuffs. Boom. We're already there. We are already there. And then what I remember wanting to show you this too, and I think it's going to be right here. We are going to nullify the unstoppable. Look, you can time it, and it's not guaranteed. I am not saying you should do that, but I'm saying if you want to and you want to have a lot of fun, you can do it. I do it all the time in AQ because it's AQ. It's not that enjoyable, but something I do to make it fun. I realize how weird that sounds, but it's an absolute blast. Venom has been phenomenal in it. I do have the Venom Relic, which is adding on to it. One of the things I want to remind everyone is if you don't get, I believe it's called the Precision, right? The one that helps you crit more. You can parry and heavy. You don't always have to parry. Just land your heavy and it will shift. You can see we've got 2 Precisions here. Now watch these bleeds go because we are critting so much. Look at this. This Doc Ock does not know what hit him. Well, he hits us upside the head. And this is kind of why, part of why the I'm so, let's call it aggressive with the Nullify, is it helps you heal back. You can actually heal back. Let's see what I end up here with. I don't remember. I just remember we do so much bleed damage that it got me very, very excited. So let's see here. Do we have anything that we can nullify? Yeah, we're gonna get this off. We gained what, 10% health there, 34 seconds. Doc Ock stood no chance. Map 8, AQ. And this was the synergy partner for Scorpion that I was referring to earlier. I do not regret any of these rank ups. They've all been exactly what I hoped for, if not better. They fit into my AQ, they fit into my war, and they fit into my Battleground stack when I'm able to get back to that strongly in January and February, which I'm very much looking forward to. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've ranked up these champions too, if you've enjoyed them, if they opened your eyes a little bit, and then let me know. One, do you like this format? I think it's something I'm going to stick with here. We're going to give this a good go through early 2024. I think it makes a lot of sense. It's a way to talk about why I ranked up champions and how they fit into decks and to accounts and things like that. Because there's so many powerful champions in the game. And then you can let me know, like, hey, we'd like to see an Essentials on this, or maybe you can do a showcase on this champion and that sort of thing. And then that'll help me, like I said, make a tiebreaker between all the videos I already want to make that there's just such a big backlog on. I hope you're having a phenomenal end of the year here in 2023, or a great start to 2024. Hopefully you've seen my top 10s. If not already, they'll be coming out very, very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Happy holidays to you and all of your loved ones. Take care. Bye-bye.